When did your commander's careerism directly hurt the soldiers under them? Captain Brennan Caldwell was obsessed with making major. Talked about it constantly. Had his promotion board dates circled on his office calendar in red marker. Our company was stationed in Afghanistan 2011. Forward operating base near Kandahar. Hot, dusty, dangerous. IED attacks every week. Caldwell needed a perfect deployment record. 0 incidents, 0 casualties. That looked best for his promotion packet. So he made a rule. No patrols could leave the wire unless he personally approved the route. Every single time. Had to review his intelligence reports first, match them against his risk assessment matrix. Problem was, Caldwell spent most of his time in meetings with the battalion commander, building relationships, networking for his career. Our platoon would be ready to roll out at EO 600. Full gear, weapons loaded, vehicles running. Then we'd sit there waiting for Caldwell's approval. Sometimes 2 hours, sometimes 4, in full body armor, in 110-degree heat. Lieutenant Wade Brennan tried to push back. Sir, we're missing our patrol windows. The villagers expect us at certain times. We're losing credibility. Caldwell shut him down. I'm responsible for these soldiers' safety. No patrol leaves without my explicit approval. That's final. My buddy Quincy was in my squad. Good soldier. Had a wife and twin daughters back home. He started getting heat exhaustion from sitting in those vehicles for hours. This is insane, he'd whisper. We're just roasting in here so Caldwell can play politics. The local village elders noticed our erratic schedule. Started complaining to our interpreters. Americans used to be reliable. Now they show up whenever they feel like it. We were losing the trust we'd spent months building. But Caldwell didn't care. His metrics looked good on paper. Patrols conducted, check. No casualties, check. Perfect record for his promotion board. Then came the incident that changed everything. Our platoon was supposed to visit a village school, deliver supplies, meet with the local council, standard hearts and minds mission. We were loaded up at 0700, ready to go. Caldwell was in a conference call with brigade headquarters. Told us to wait. Still waiting. The heat was brutal. Guys were drinking water by the gallon. Caldwell still on his call. Lieutenant Brennan radioed him 3 times. No response. Finally got approval to roll out. 3 hours late. The school day was almost over. We drove the route Caldwell had approved. Main road, no detours allowed. His risk matrix said it was the safest option. Except we'd been waiting so long that the timing was completely different. Different traffic patterns, different civilian movement. Everything had changed. 2 kilometers from the village, our lead vehicle hit an IED. Huge explosion. Flipped the Humvee completely over. Quincy was in that vehicle. Driver's seat. Took the full blast. The IED had been planted while we sat at the base waiting for Caldwell's approval. Local kids saw the insurgents digging. Would have warned us if we'd arrived on schedule like we always did. But we were 3 hours late. Nobody expected us. Nobody was watching the road. Quincy survived but lost both legs below the knee. Medevaced to Germany within 6 hours. Never came back to Afghanistan. Caldwell's response? Called a safety stand down. Made us sit through a 4-hour PowerPoint about IED awareness. Never once mentioned that his delays had put us on that road at exactly the wrong time. Never acknowledged that our unpredictable schedule had destroyed our local intelligence network. Just focused on maintaining his perfect record. Technically, he'd approved a safe route. The IED was random bad luck. Not his fault. That's how we wrote it up. Lieutenant Brennan tried to file a formal complaint. Caldwell shut it down. Threatened to ruin Brennan's career if he pushed it. Caldwell made major 6 months later. Got promoted right on schedule. His deployment record was spotless. 1 casualty from an IED? That's acceptable losses. Still made him look like a competent commander. He gave a speech at his promotion ceremony. Talked about leadership, about taking care of soldiers, about making tough decisions. Quincy watched the ceremony video from his hospital bed and Walter Reed sent me a text that just said unbelievable. Caldwell got assigned to the Pentagon after his promotion. Desk job. Nice safe office where his careerism couldn't hurt anyone else. Lieutenant Brennan stayed with us for the rest of deployment. Changed the patrol procedures completely once Caldwell left. Gave squad leaders authority to make route decisions. Cut approval time to 15 minutes maximum. 0 casualties for the remaining 8 months. Perfect record. But Brennan never got promoted early. Didn't have the right connections. Didn't play the political game. Last I heard, Caldwell made lieutenant colonel. He's probably aiming for colonel now. Climbing that career ladder. Never looking back at the soldiers he stepped on along the way. Quincy got medically retired. Lives in North Carolina with his wife and daughters. Learned to walk on prosthetics. Runs a non-profit helping wounded veterans. He keeps a photo from that deployment on his desk. Our whole squad taken the day before the IED. Everyone smiling, gear clean, ready to work. Caldwell's in the photo too. Standing in the back, checking his watch.